The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the Women's Hardcore Championship.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to FWE. After an incredible FWE Fantasia PLE, we are now on the road to Sugar Rush. And Elizabeth Swan, the former Women's Hardcore Champion, here tonight with a title rematch. An Extreme Rules match against the new champion, Ariel. Elizabeth Swan, of course, with that Money in the Bank briefcase that appears to have gotten a little bit of a makeover there. A bit of a piratey treasure chest look on that Money in the Bank briefcase there. That looks pretty good. Elizabeth Swan able to cash that in anytime, any place for a Women's World Championship of the Galaxy title shot. But tonight looking to become a three-time Women's Hardcore Champion.
We're stepping in, we're not stepping out. What I know, sir, this are your teams that make up this style.
Well, Ariel holding championship gold for the first time here in FWE, won the hardcore title from Elizabeth Swan in a triple threat match that also featured Maleficent. And here tonight, puts the title on the line in a rematch with Elizabeth Swan, but this time one-on-one. Can the new champion, who has only made one previous appearance in the ring, but she made her debut to win said title, can she retain it this evening against another woman that is very well versed in hardcore matchups? And later on tonight, folks, we are going to determine the #1 contender for the United States Championship, currently held by Gaston. Our main event here tonight as well, you're going to want to stick around for some personal beef involved in this one. Going back to the LCQ Royal Rumble match.
From Kingston, Jamaica, Elizabeth. And her opponent from overseas, the Women's Hardcore Champion, the Surfer.
So an Extreme Rules match here tonight. Anything goes. No countouts, no disqualifications. Pinfall submission must take place inside of the ring, however, as referee Ernest Wright shows what is on the line this evening, the Women's Hardcore title. Elizabeth Swan, a two-time Women's Hardcore Champion. And Ariel kicked things off here with an airplane head scissors. Ariel might be wise to try and get this thing over with as quickly as possible. She did have a couple of opportunities to win the triple threat matchup quite early on, but a couple of rookie mistakes, I guess you could say, ended up having that matchup go quite long. She eventually was able to hit the splash, win the title, but we'll see if she learned anything from that triple threat match, as mentioned, going up against a veteran here in Elizabeth Swan, who immediately now starts turning the tides, pun intended, against the Little Mermaid. Into the armbar here after a head scissors takedown. Referee Ernest right there to see if Ariel was going to be willing to submit. No submission there though. Head scissors of her own. Not going to have nearly as many matchups on the card here tonight in this episode of FWE. This matchup, as well as mentioned, the #1 contenders matchup for the United States Championship, and then tonight's main event, a 30-minute Iron Man match, which will take place between Jack Mitchell and Thanos. As, whoa, Ariel able to avoid the flying garbage can and didn't quite get all of that senton, but might have gotten enough to take out Elizabeth Swan. And now the fight on the outside, flatliner there down to the mat. Again, referee Ernest Wright will not administer a count. There's no countouts, no disqualifications, but the pinfall submission does have to take place inside of the ring. So you can do as much damage to your opponent out here as you want, but you cannot win or retain the title. We saw Thanos make his debut in FWE, one of the wildcard participants in the LCQ Royal Rumble that kicked off the night at Fantasia. When he heard that Thanos was going to be on the roster, Jack Mitchell said, "I want a match against Thanos." The two of them did face off against each other at one point in that Royal Rumble match, but Thanos eliminated Jack. So Jack said, "Tonight, we're going to find out who the true man is." And it will be an Iron Man match, which means we're just going to run 30 minutes. Whoever gets the most pinfalls or submissions at the end of that 30 minutes ends up winning. Gotta admire the guts on Jack Mitchell. I'm not sure how many other people on the roster would be willing to take Thanos on one-on-one. Thanos had that incredible run during the LCQ Royal Rumble match, as did Jack Sparrow. The eventual winner of that was the Hulk, who would go on to be the 8th man in that elimination-style 8-man matchup for the Tri-Wizard Championship, which is now in new possession. Shaggy Rogers, the new Men's World Champion. We understand that he will be putting that title on the line. Title rematch for Dylan Young next week in the main event. It will be a ladder match between those two for the Tri-Wizard Championship. Nice backbreaker there by Ariel. Elizabeth Swan was at a disadvantage in that triple threat match on 2 counts. Number one, the champion does not have to be pinned or submitted in a triple threat match to lose the title, but also she was going up against 2 brand new women on the FWE roster. Both Ariel and Maleficent made their FWE debut, so really no opportunity for Elizabeth Swan to scout her opponents out. 2 complete unknowns in what type of styles they were going to bring inside the wrestling ring. Now that she has faced off against Ariel in that triple threat, might have a little bit of an idea to expect, but the swing over stunner by Ariel takes Elizabeth Swan out on the outside, and now wailing away with the right hands. Ariel back under the ring, gonna get the sledgehammer. Oh, and right down into the midsection of Elizabeth Swan. That's going to make it difficult to breathe. Right down around the stomach, the abdomen area. Now Elizabeth starting to get the upper hand there on the outside, but again, got to get your opponent inside of the ring if you're going to go for a pin or a submission. And now, what do we got here? I just mentioned about, oh wow, Elizabeth Swan just going to throw the ladder down on Ariel. Mentioned about the fact that Dylan Young gets his title rematch for the Men's World Championship against Shaggy Rogers next week in a ladder match, and Elizabeth Swan brings out the ladder. Nice head scissors takedown. Here's the cover to get the championship back for a 3rd time in her career, and a kick out at 1 by Ariel. Folks are still reeling from the first PLE here in FWE at Fantasia. We saw Cruella DeVille. Oh, hold that thought. We got a cover here again by Elizabeth, and a kick out at 1. Cruella DeVille overcoming the odds. Had 7 opponents vying for her championship, but she still remains the world champion on the women's side. It's a nice facebuster there by Ariel to retain her title. Cover, and a kick out at 1 by Elizabeth. Shaggy Rogers, the new men's world champion. We understand that, I believe it's next week, we're going to have new #1 contenders for the women's tag team championship. There'll be a #1 contenders match taking place next week, as Elizabeth Swann now working on the legs of Ariel. Float over stunner. Ariel might be out, and Elizabeth's not going to get her back in the ring. Instead, not sure what Elizabeth was thinking about doing there. Might have been thinking about getting a weapon under the ring or something like that. Now, gonna hit the stunner on the outside, and that could be it. If she can get Ariel back in the ring, this could be title-changing hands once again. Elizabeth Swann, little uncertain of what she wants to do here, and that's buying Ariel some valuable time. That could have been a costly mistake there by the veteran. And Ariel, she's gonna hit the float over stunner. And now not sure where Ariel is going. Table propped over there on the far side. She might have something intended for that. Instead, making her way over here towards us, making a complete circle around the ring. Might have been just buying herself a little bit of breathing space, to be honest. And now gonna hit the stunner on the outside on Elizabeth. Champion with a handful of hair, gonna deposit Elizabeth Swann back to the inside. Ariel looking to take advantage of this situation. Gonna go for the airplane spin. Elizabeth a little dazed and confused. Here is the cover to retain the title. And Ariel will retain.
We're stepping in. We're not stepping
Well,
out.
what an incredible first couple of matches for Ariel. Wins the title at Fantasia, retains it here tonight. Still your women's hardcore champion, and took down maybe one of the best in the business in terms of experience in hardcore matchups. Well, up next we determine the new #1 contender for the United States Championship here tonight on FWE. Welcome you back to FWE as we get ready here to determine the new #1 contender to challenge Gaston for the United States Championship.
The fight is a fatal four-way match. Making his way to the ring from Richmond, Virginia, weighing in at 220 pounds, Anthony! Making his way to the ring.
Anthony McCrory looking to capture championship gold for the first time here in FWE. He'll have to make his way through this fatal four-way matchup to become the #1 contender. We understand that the winner of this matchup will face off against Gaston with the title on the line next week.
And his opponent, first from Mount Olympus, weighing in at 270 pounds,
We saw Hercules at FWE Fantasia in that 8-man elimination style matchup with the Tri-Wizard Championship on the line. Hercules coming up short of capturing that championship. Has an opportunity here tonight to put himself in the mid-card title picture if he can win this fatal four-way. Don't forget, immediately following this 30 8-minute Iron Man match. Jack Mitchell versus Thanos. A lot of personal animosity involved in that matchup. Should be a good one. That's our main event.
And
Ernie the Elf, another individual that we saw in that 8-man men's world championship match at Fantasia, unsuccessful. Opportunity here tonight to be able to challenge for the United States Championship. We also understand that the personal animosity between him and Matt McIntyre is not over. Matt McIntyre has issued a challenge to Ernie the Elf for a submission match. We are not sure if that challenge is going to be accepted. If it is, then we'll probably get that matchup in the next week or two, but we're still waiting to find out whether Ernie the Elf is even going to accept the challenge. Maybe the thought process here for the Keebler Elf is if he ends up winning this #1 contendership match, he's going to want to be 100% against Gaston, so he may not accept the challenge. If he does not get the #1 contendership, then we may end up seeing that matchup. We'll have to see. The ball is in the court of the leader of the Keebler Elves. But tonight he is focused on one thing and one thing only, and that is the opportunity to challenge Gaston for the U.S. title. Now King Candy, first time that he's going to be anywhere close to a title opportunity. We saw him, I believe it was, he was one of the wild card participants in the last chance qualifying Battle Royal, the Royal Rumble match that kicked off Fantasia. Obviously unsuccessful, and here tonight gets an opportunity at #1 contendership. So fatal 4-way matchup. First pinfall, first submission inside of the ring will be the winner, and will face Gaston next week with the United States Championship on the line. King Candy, Anthony McCurry, Hercules, and Ernie the Keebler Elf. And here we go. Anthony with a submission hold already there on Ernie. Cover early by Hercules on King Candy for only a 1 count. With fatal 4-way rules, that means that there's no disqualifications, no countouts. You see Anthony immediately utilizing the opportunity to go out and get a weapon as kendo stick right to the back, now to the top of the head of Ernie the Elf, who now, with kendo stick in hand, he will start to go to work on Anthony. Right across the cranium. He also takes a couple of shots on Hercules and just cracks the kendo stick right over the top of the head. Hercules down and out on the outside. Anthony may be unconscious inside the ring as now he pops up. Ernie the Elf, King Candy squaring off. Both of them love their sweets, although King Candy is more of a candy guy, Ernie the Elf more of a cookie guy. And a nice neck breaker there from King Candy to Anthony McCurry. Hercules has got a chair and he just threw it all the way across the ring into the back of the head of King Candy. King Candy may be out. Cover in, and Ernie the Elf gonna save the matchup. King Candy got completely blindsided by that chair, chucked in his direction by Hercules. Pop rocks. Nice scoop slam by Hercules, who immediately then is met with a drop kick by Ernie. King Candy, Hercules fighting on the outside. Our focus going to be on the inside of the ring here. Ernie the Elf against Anthony McCurry. Now King Candy comes in. Ernie cuts him off at the pass, delivers him into the corner, puts him up to the top turnbuckle. This could be bad. We're in the danger zone. What do we got here? Top rope bulldog. And Ernie going for the cover. Hercules saw it. And we won't even get a 1 count there. Ernie sent over the top rope. Hercules and King Candy. Meeting of the minds, courtesy of Anthony McCurry. And inside, there's a package pile driver there. Driving down King Candy, and Anthony just able to break that up at 2. Kick to the mush. Breaking up that pinfall is now Hercules. Show of strength has Anthony up in a vertical suplex. Brings him down to the mat. And now looking for the side slam. Under to the Elf. Modified natural selection there by King Candy on Hercules. Forearm in the face, cover. And Anthony breaks that up. Straight right, nothing pretty to the side of the head. Now Hercules working on the midsection of Anthony McCurry and then just peels him across the ring. Ernie the Elf though, chair to the skull of Hercules. Drop kick to Anthony McCurry. And Ernie the Elf starting to feel the momentum. He also feels Anthony's fist to his stomach. Clothesline by Hercules. Anthony takes the kendo stick away from King Candy. Hercules might have been going for a Boston Crab there, but Ernie able to fight out of it and headbutt. Pop rocks in the middle of the ring. And a shoulder tackle by Hercules. Hercules bringing Ernie towards the center of the ring. Might have been thinking about a top rope move, but a side Russian leg sweep by King Candy. Anthony back in. Ernie with a springboard clothesline to King Candy. And now Anthony and King Candy gonna work together to take out Ernie. DDT spikes McCurry into the mat. Hercules hoisting up King Candy. Anthony under the ring, gonna bring out another steel chair. And now, shot after shot to King Candy. DDT, but inside of the ring. Big throw there from Hercules to Ernie. Clothesline by King Candy. Still got kendo stick shards all over the mat there after it was broken over the head of Hercules early on this match. Stunner by Ernie. King Candy's down and out, but Ernie realizes he can't go for the cover with Hercules on his feet. Deposits Hercules into the corner. Anthony back in as well. And goes for the cover. Throws Ernie outside of the ring. Covered by Anthony on King Candy. And Anthony's going to steal it. Anthony McCurry going to steal the pinfall after Ernie did the dirty work. Anthony is the new #1 contender. He'll face off against Gaston for the United States Championship next week. That's what you gotta do in fatal 4-way matchups. You gotta pick your moment. Anthony did just that. For the first time in his FWE career, he'll fight for a title next week. But up next, it's the 30-man Iron Man match between Jack Mitchell and Thanos.
200 pounds, Jack Mitchell!
Well, welcome back, everybody, here to FWE as we get set for our main event. We had to make space on the card here because it's a 30-man Iron Man match. Jack Mitchell getting ready to take on the Titan known as Thanos. I don't know many people that would be willing to take on Thanos in a one-on-one matchup, but Jack Mitchell, he wanted this match. Thanos agreed, and now we're going to find out who the true Iron Man really is. You see Robbie Gilman coming down here to the ring with Jack Mitchell. Those two teamed up together to try and become the #1 contenders for the tag team titles a couple of weeks ago. So a little show of solidarity here from Robbie coming out to support his tag team partner. We'll explain all the rules of how an Iron Man match goes down here in just a minute, but the biggest thing that we're going to have to keep an eye on will be the clock. 30 minutes to determine this matchup. When we hit zeros on the clock, match is over. Individual that has the most pinfalls, submissions, or countouts will be declared the winner.
And his opponent, from out of this world, weighing in at 343 pounds,
We saw Thanos make his FWE debut in the LCQ Royal Rumble match that kicked off the night at FWE Fantasia. He was one of the 6 wildcard participants, and what a showing he had. Was on a run that looked like he may end up winning the whole thing. He would eliminate superstar after superstar, including the man he faces off against here tonight, Jack Mitchell. He's got the size advantage. He's got the strength advantage. And will he be able to make another statement here tonight in this Iron Man match? First one-on-one competition that Thanos is going to have here in FWE. And again, as we mentioned, this was by request. This wasn't even a matchup that was going to be originally booked. It was requested by Jack Mitchell, accepted by Thanos. So FWE officials said, all right. And it is our main event here this evening. Bell rings, you see on the top of your screen, the 30-minute countdown begins. You get a pinfall, you get a point. You get a submission, you get a point. You get a countout, you get a point. Individual with the most points at the end of this 30-minute countdown will be declared the winner. And Thanos, out of the gate, showing the strength with the slam to Jack Mitchell. And now the bear hug cinched in. Is Jack Mitchell going to tap out here in the early going? No, fighting out of it. Now notice Robbie Gilman on the outside. He can only really be here just for moral support. He cannot get involved. Disqualifications do count in this matchup as well, and they would count towards a pinfall. As another slam, face first by Thanos. Jack Mitchell, obviously, visibly the smaller of the participants in this matchup. He's got to rely on his swiftness and his cunning to be able to topple the over 7-foot Titan. And Thanos going up top. What is he looking for here? He'll hit the elbow right across the sternum, looking for the first pinfall of the match, and a kick out at 2 by Jack. Mitchell having to use the ring ropes to get up there. Thanos, what could he be thinking here? Might be going for a home run shot, looking for the superplex, hoisting Jack up. Jack trying to fight out of it, and he will. Brings Thanos down into the turnbuckle. That could have ended badly for Jack Mitchell, who now Irish whips Thanos off the ropes. How the heck did he jump over a 7-foot individual like that? I don't know. But Thanos now with the shots. Here's Jack fighting back, trying to take down the taller man, working on the limbs. Nice arm drag there, brings him down. And now Jack, knee to the midsection. Springboard moonsault. Oh, he hit part of it, not all of it. Thanos is down. Jack Mitchell needs to take advantage of this. Boots to the side of the head. And now might be setting up for the Superman punch. Can he hit it? Caught him flush. Here's the cover for the first pinfall. And Mitchell will go up 1-0. What a statement there by Jack Mitchell. First pinfall on Thanos. And no let up, no rest in between these pinfalls or submissions. Now going for the figure 4 leg lock in the center of the ring. Is Thanos going to tap out? Is Jack going to go up 2-0? Thanos trying to shift his hips. He'll do so. That now puts the pressure on the legs of Mitchell, who is forced to break the hold. Who would have thought that Thanos would be playing from behind, down 1-0. And now Jack Mitchell rolls to the outside. Referee can begin administering a 10 count here. Countouts do count towards a pinfall or submission. And Jack will now make his way back in. Went for a Rough Rider. Missed it. Facebuster by Thanos. Jack back up to his feet. Another Superman punch. Oh, and now Thanos and Mitchell in a test of strength. Back and forth. Right hands by Mitchell. Blocked. Another right hand. Second right hand by Mitchell. Thanos fires back. Slugfest in the center of the ring between these two. And now Thanos gaining the upper hand. Couple of shots. Slap across the chest by Mitchell. Here come the kicks. Knee under the jaw. And he's going to hit the cutter. Cover. Mitchell looking to go up by 2. And he'll get the pinfall. Who had this on their bingo card? Less than 5 minutes in. Mitchell up 2-0 on Thanos. And now Thanos looking for the splash. Won't go for the pin here, looking to inflict more damage. Second splash in the center of the ring. And now Thanos looking for the choke slam to bring it back 2-1. Cover. And kick out. A kick out at 2! Jack Mitchell with a kick out, denying Thanos an opportunity to bring it back within 1. This crowd chanting, fight forever. They may not fight forever, but they'll fight for another 2.5 minutes, or 24.5 minutes. Splash by Thanos. Brings Mitchell back up. Hits the discus forearm. And now Thanos hoisting up Mitchell. Mitchell gonna slide out of the predicament. High knee. Thanos is down. Oh! Big kick right to the side of the head. Thanos back up again. And Thanos, oh! Working on that left arm of Mitchell. Don't believe, well, it might be. That might be the arm that Mitchell was using for his Superman punch as an elbow to Mitchell. Thanos now, that big boot just up and down across the, couldn't tell if that was the chest region. Now he's working on the right arm of Mitchell. I think it's the right arm that Mitchell uses for the Superman punch, as up and down goes Mitchell. 6.5 minutes have passed here. Little more than 23 minutes remain. Side slam by Thanos. And now Thanos just allowing Jack to use the ropes to get back up. Delivers him into the post shoulder first. And now, knee right into the throat there in the corner. Thanos in control. To the outside. Now gets back in. Can't go out there for weapons in this type of a matchup. You don't want to risk disqualification. As now, Thanos, lower back into the turnbuckle. Brings him to the other side. Again, lower back into the corner. And Thanos hits another monstrous choke slam. Here's the cover, looking for his first pinfall of the matchup. And he will get it. Thanos will bring it back to within one. Now, a big slam. Looking to tie it up. Cover in. And we are tied at 2 apiece. Just like that, in a matter of about 15 seconds, Thanos brings it from 2-0 to 2-2. Looking to go up 3-2 with a choke slam blocked by Mitchell. Irish whips him. Oh, sling blade. Mitchell with a sling blade. Looking to take the advantage again and go up 3-2. And he'll get the pinfall. And Thanos wisely rolls to the outside of the ring, trying to gain a little bit of rest. Mitchell's not going to allow him. Flying senton over the top rope by Mitchell. We are nearing a third of the way through this 30-minute Iron Man match. Our main event here tonight. Jack Mitchell up 3-2 on Thanos. Referee beginning the 10 count as both individuals on the outside. If there is a double count out, both individuals would receive a point. And now Mitchell back inside the ring. Referee is at 7. Referee is at 8. Is Thanos going to be able to get back in time? Mitchell looking to go up 4-2. Referee's at 9. Thanos isn't moving. And referee will count 10. That is a count-out victory for Jack Mitchell. He now holds a 4-2 advantage over Thanos. Remember I said at the beginning of the match, he has to rely on his quickness and his cunning. That was the cunning aspect right there for Jack Mitchell. Using the environment of the outside to his advantage to get the count-out victory. And might be looking for another one here after he delivered Thanos' knee to the steel steps. Referee Ernest Wright administering the 10 count, but Jack's actually going to go back out. I don't know about that decision. He might have been able to get another count-out victory against Thanos, but going back to the outside, that reset the count. Referees count at 3, and that's for both of them now. Thanos has been busted open after that knee. And Mitchell now wrenching on the arm of Thanos. No pinfalls, no submissions on the outside. Referee's at 7. Mitchell's got to pay attention here. He may actually not care. Referee at 9, spinning heel kick by Mitchell. Is Mitchell going to get back in the ring? No, he won't. So we will have a double count out. Jack Mitchell will go up to 5. Thanos up to 3. That basically is a kind of, in a sense, it kind of eliminates each one of those points. And now Mitchell will bring Thanos back inside of the ring. We have eclipsed 20 minutes in this matchup. Jack Mitchell, 5. Thanos, 3. Jack setting up, loading up for another Superman punch. And he will hit it. He scores with a Superman punch, looking for a 6-3 advantage. And Mitchell will get yet another pinfall on the Titan. Thanos now having to fight from behind. He is down 6-3, but plenty of match still to go. What an incredible main event here tonight. Thanos Clothesline in the corner. Mitchell crumples to the mat. Thanos looking for the big splash. We saw Thanos get 2 pinfalls in the matter of 15 seconds. He could easily bring this matchup back in very quick fashion. And now Thanos goading the crowd, showing off his strength. Might be trying to build up his own ego as right now finds himself down technically 2-1 to Jack Thanos. Or to Jack Mitchell, I should say. Press slam just delivers Jack Mitchell down to the mat. That is an over 7-foot drop to the canvas. Mitchell slinged off the ropes. Thanos. Oh! Referee Ernest Drake might have been in the way, and Jack uses that to an advantage. Sling blade by Jack Mitchell. Cover in, and he will get a 7th pinfall. Mitchell used the referee. The referee got in between the two. He was able to sidestep the ref, hit the sling blade, completely surprised Thanos. Mitchell up 7-3. Can you imagine what this would do for the FWE resume of Jack Mitchell if he is able to have a decisive victory in an Iron Man match against an individual such as Thanos? You saw him with the Anaconda Vice on the outside, just continuing to wear Thanos down. Referee at a count of 6. Now at 7. Mitchell back inside the ring, looking maybe for his 3rd countout victory against Thanos. Referee count at 9. And I think he's going to go up 8-3. Yes, he is. Another countout victory. Jack Mitchell 8, Thanos 3, with a little over 16 minutes to go. Superman punch. Not going to go for the cover, though. Mitchell with the Superman punch after Thanos came back inside of the ring. Mitchell inflicting more damage. He's got a bit of wiggle room here, but he cannot take Thanos lightly. Thanos could easily bring this matchup back. There's still plenty of time. And Thanos gonna go for a cover right here. Using the ropes. Using the ropes. Referee's not looking. And Thanos is gonna cheat his way to go up to 4 points. Mitchell now to the outside. Thanos. Right hand after right hand. And now gonna drive him down onto the apron of the ring. Right down the top of that LED board as well. And a slam on the outside. Well, this Iron Man match pushing back the World Championship title match. That'll be next week. Shaggy Rogers, the new champion, defending against the former champion in a title rematch. That'd be Dylan Young. Ladder match for the Tri-Wizard World Championship. Also next week, Anthony McCrory earlier on tonight became the #1 contender for the United States Championship. He'll face off against Gaston with the title on the line. Splash in the corner. Thanos, one-handed slam. We are more than halfway home in this Iron Man match, and Thanos may be looking for the colossal choke slam. Mitchell up, Mitchell down. Thanos for the cover to bring it back within 3. And Thanos will make it 8-5 now. Mitchell up, whoop, rolls through, looking for the roll-up on Thanos. And Thanos is going to barely kick out. Mitchell almost stole one there. Looking for the Superman punch. Thanos blocks. Thanos, backbreaker. Cinches in a little submission there across the knee. Mitchell Irish whipped off the ropes. Thanos went for the big boot and missed. slam by Thanos to Mitchell. Delivers the elbow. And now going for the side slam. A modified bookend cover. And Thanos brings it back within 2. It is 8-6 as Jack Mitchell rolls to the outside, looking for an opportunity to stall this momentum that Thanos has. Spear! Spear on the outside. Mitchell drew him in. We're under 13 minutes left in this Iron Man match. Jack Mitchell up 8-6. It is still anybody's match at this point in time. Still plenty of clock left to work with. And Jack Mitchell again looking for another count-out victory. Thanos down, referee at 8. Referee at 9. Thanos is up, but he's not going to get to the ring in time. Count out victory for Mitchell. He's now up 9-6. Oh, went for the spear. Didn't get all of it. I think he hit the knee. Thanos going for the power bomb. He'll hit it as the back of Mitchell's head may have hit every single one of those 3 turnbuckles on the way down. Thanos looking for potentially the running power slam. And now Thanos setting up. Hits another choke slam on Mitchell. Here's the cover to bring it back 9-7. And he will. Mitchell again rolls to the outside, but Thanos goes up to the top. Well, he thought better of it. Thanos, I think, was going to go air Thanos. Decided not to instead. Look out! Oh, disaster kick! Thanos spent too much time showboating. Got caught flush. Mitchell loading up. Looking for another Superman punch. Hits it to go to double digits. Cover. And Mitchell will go to 10. 10-7. Thanos quickly back up to his feet though. Mitchell though, into the corner, kicks to the midsection. What a showing tonight by Jack Mitchell. As now, those gold sneakers into the throat of Thanos, and then a Meteora. Thanos will roll to the outside. Will Mitchell be willing to go for another count-out victory? Mitchell's gonna fly, and he's gonna miss. Went for the senton, completely crashed and burned. Thanos may have an advantage here. Referee administering the 10 count again. Both individuals have to be aware of that. Thanos has already been counted out, well, technically 4 times here tonight. Mitchell's been counted out once, though the time he was counted out, it was a double count out. Under 10 minutes to go. Thanos goading the crowd once again. Nice scoop slam by Thanos to Mitchell. Thanos might have to have a little bit more of a sense of urgency here to try and get this thing tied back up, as we are now at 9.5 minutes to go. And now Robbie Gilvin rather, buying his tag team partner a little bit of time here, jaw-jacking with Thanos. As long as Robbie does not get physically involved in the matchup, he can be as much of a distraction as he wants. Mitchell now, oh, he's gonna hit the cutter. Here's the cover to go up 11-7. Jack Mitchell up 4 pinfalls. And continuing the assault on Thanos. A lot of people questioned the brains, not the guts, of Jack Mitchell calling out Thanos for this matchup. People thought he was crazy to issue the challenge, even crazier when Thanos was very willing to accept it. But Jack Mitchell is proving the doubters wrong, as currently finds himself up 11-7. And now going up top. What is Jack looking for here? Oh, spinning heel kick from the top rope. Mitchell with a back fist. And a flatliner to Thanos. But Mitchell, too much taken out of him to follow up for a cover. Might be setting up for something else here. What is he looking for? The sling blade. Going for 12. Mitchell with the cover. And he will get another pinfall on Thanos. 7.5 minutes remain in our main event here tonight. Jack Mitchell up 12-7 on the Titan. And Jack Mitchell, he can feel the momentum. The crowd can feel the momentum. Mitchell got to make sure he keeps his foot on the gas, but he cannot overstep, cannot make a mistake. Thanos, big boot! Lights out for Jack Mitchell. And now, submission locked in. Is Jack gonna tap out? Thanos trying to bring this back within 4. Mitchell did not tap out. Did not give Thanos the satisfaction. Clothesline. Jack Mitchell with the advantage once again. And maybe heading to the top rope. Jack Mitchell with his opponent down. Hits the top rope missile drop kick. Thanos is down. Mitchell, springboard moonsault. Cover in, going for 13. And he will get yet another pinfall victory. Jack Mitchell now has a commanding lead, up by 6 with 6 minutes to go. If Thanos is going to win this Iron Man match, he is going to have to hit a flurry of offense. Whoa! Not sure what Mitchell was going for there. He hit part of it, not all of it. Little miscommunication, I guess, right there in terms of where Thanos was going to be when he hit the move. Thanos is down nonetheless. Oh! Claymore! Claymore by Mitchell. Is he going to go up to 14? Yes, he is. Jack Mitchell with twice the points that Thanos has. 14-7. Can anybody believe what they are seeing right now? And hits the Superman punch for a 15th point in this Iron Man match. Mitchell is gonna go up by 8. This is insane. Choke slam by Thanos. Stalls the momentum out. Thanos to at least get himself up to 8. And he will do so. But he's got less than 5 minutes to get 7 pinfalls or submissions to at least bring it back to a tie. And if you're Thanos, you cannot wait around. No more showboating. You have to go to work and stay at work until the job is done. Thanos' ego may get the better of him. He is wasting valuable time now. It was fine when you were down by 4 with about 15 minutes remaining. But now you're down by 7, and we are closing in on 4 minutes to go. They have to be aware of the time. It's up there on the Titantron in big numbers for everyone to be able to see. Thanos now up to the top as we've just credited 4 minutes. Splash! Massive splash by Thanos, but again, wasting valuable time. At this point, you have to wonder if Thanos doesn't think that he can draw this back even. and may just be looking to inflict as much punishment as possible. Choke slam hits. Cover in. Referee took a little bit of time getting there to the cover. And then, oh no, Jack kicked out! Jack kicked out! Thanos is incensed. Referee Ernest Wright took a long time getting to that pinfall. Bookend by Thanos, telling referee that he better count. Thanos for another choke slam. Here's the cover. Referee gets down immediately for the count this time. And Thanos will bring it back within 6. But imagine if referee Ernest Wright had actually been down there for the pinfall earlier. We'd be looking at 15-10. Claymore. Claymore by Mitchell. Trying to stall out that pinfall. And he will counter it with his 16th point of the matchup. And now the right hands with 2.5 minutes to go. Thanos brought it back to within 6. Jack extends it back to 7. Nice back kick there under the jaw on Thanos. Mitchell going up top, ushering Thanos back to his feet. And he'll hit the spinning heel kick. Mitchell now just wearing out the lower back of Thanos. Kicks to the side of the head. And now locking in. The arm lock on Thanos. Is Thanos gonna give up? No. I think Mitchell may have released the hold. Look at the crimson mass on the face of Thanos. Oh, went for the Superman punch and missed it, met Jack Mitchell. And now the bear hug cinched in. Is Mitchell gonna tap? He's up by 7. He could tap out here, maybe be able to gain a little bit of an opportunity for some rest, but no, he's gonna fight out of it. Look at the clock, 1.5 minutes left to go. There's no way Thanos can come back. Submission locked in. Figure 4 leg lock. Is Thanos gonna tap? Is Thanos gonna tap out? And the referee says no. No submission there. And now Jack working on the leg he just had in the figure 4 leg lock. Taking away Thanos' vertical base. Oh, what is Mitchell setting up for here? Springboard, moonsault, hits it perfectly. Thanos completely out on his feet, less than 1 minute to go. Mitchell up by 7. Commanding lead here in this Iron Man match. Thanos stunned in the corner. And now Mitchell just raking the bottom of his foot across the face of Thanos. Broski boot in the corner. 30 minutes, or make it 30 seconds left. Mitchell looking for a sling blade. Going for another pinfall. This would be 17 for Mitchell if he gets it, which he does. 15 seconds left on the clock. 17-9. Mitchell has won this Iron Man match by a decisive victory. Knee under the jaw. 3, 2, 1. Jack Mitchell has won the Iron Man match here tonight against Thanos in our main event. What a statement victory by Jack Mitchell here this evening. What an accolade to add to his FWE resume. He topples the Giant tonight, 17-9 in the Iron Man match. Keep an eye on this guy in the future. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week here on FWE.